Today I've got some really exciting news for you. If you're a person with vitiligo, there are exciting new drugs in the pipeline. Many of you are already familiar with Opzelura or Ruxolitinib, producing remarkable results. Right on its tail are two other JAK-STAT inhibitors which are undergoing investigation at this time, and scientists are excited about the prospects of these two new drugs. Come with me, let's take a look at what all this excitement is about. Now, vitiligo is an autoimmune disease in which the melanocytes, the pigment cells in the skin, are destroyed in an autoimmune process, leaving behind areas of skin or hair or both that are milky white. Now, the underlying steps in this process have been uncovered in large part, but there's still a lot for us to learn. In vitiligo, the melanocytes are destroyed in a three-step process. Central to this process is the JAK-STAT pathway, the Janus kinase and signal transducer activator of translation pathway, which is a pathway that is important for the transmittal of signals from the cell membrane to the nucleus. The first step in this process is the activation of CD8 T cells, causing them to produce interferon gamma. Interferon gamma is a cytokine that travels to the keratinocytes, where in the second step, step 2, they bind to the receptors on the membrane of the cell membrane, right here. And this causes the activation of the JAK molecules, the JAK enzymes. They're activated by the binding of phosphorus. The activated JAK2s then activate STAT, or the signal transducer activator of translation molecules, which in the third step travel to the nucleus of the cell, where they bind to the DNA in the cell and trigger what is known as transcription, the production of a variety of different proteins. In this case, we're talking about the MMP9, or matrix metalloproteinase 9. In the final step, MMP9 disrupts E-cadherin, which is a molecule that holds the melanocytes in place in the basal layer of the skin. When E-cadherin is disrupted, the melanocytes are displaced from their position in the basal layer of the skin, and on being displaced, they become prone to destruction in a process known as apoptosis. The final result is that the skin is devoid of any melanocytes, any pigment cells, and that area of the skin becomes milky white in color, either the skin or the hair. Opzelura or Ruxolitinib and Povorcitinib and Baricitinib, the other JAK-STAT inhibitors, block this process by inhibiting the function of the JAK molecules. The JAK-STAT inhibitors have produced a gigantic leap forward in the treatment of vitiligo, and this will only get better as newer, more effective members of this class are developed. Of course, any one of those steps in this process can be blocked to prevent the destruction of pigment cells, melanocytes. And consequently, there are ongoing studies to uncover other drugs that can block, for instance, the MMP9, the matrix metalloproteinase 9, or other cytokines that participate in this process. We should expect to see remarkable developments in the future regarding the treatment of vitiligo. I hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, share the video with friends and family. You can support the channel by subscribing. Until the next video, stay healthy and stay safe.